always on the wrong thing. Ugh. Okay. Oh, what is that under my eye? Okay. Good morning, my friends. Trying something different with the light because I feel like the light from up above looks horrible. And so, ooh, that's like way too much. Maybe that's better. We'll see. We'll see if I like that. I don't know. Oh, and then it all moves everything. Oh, you know why? Because it's like that. Not like that. Okay. Oh, I look short. Why do I always look so short? Good morning, my friends. So let's see if we can do this. Hang on, I gotta sit on my leg. Hi, Stephanie in Iowa. Good morning. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Trina. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Carlon. Hi, Diane and CB Cello in New York City. Hi, Harriet. Good morning. Hi, Susan. Hi, Tony on Facebook. Good morning. Hi, Bear Blue. Hi, Russ. Good morning. Oh, Laura's off work today. Hi, Laura. Hello, my love. Hi, Jane. A sad Detroit Lion fan. Oh, hi, Carmen in Kong Island, New York. Hi, Tony on Facebook. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Carrie D. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Susan in Washington. Laura says hi. Thank you, Russ. Have a fun day off. It's nice to have a fun day off. Stephanie says, good morning, Stephanie, and everyone from Oceanside. Yes, it is sunny in Southern California. Just so you guys all know, I don't know how warm or cold it was this weekend. I didn't really pay attention to any weather across the United States. But in Southern California, where I live, it was about 79 degrees yesterday. Yes, had to get out some shorts. It was pretty nice yesterday for some random reason. Let's see. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Diana. Somebody said, oh, Sandra D, you're so sweet. Somebody said that they're working on their homework. Yes. So those of you that have class tomorrow night with us, the Otter class, if you're able to get in on that, because I know we sold out pretty quickly, but we sent you the class link. Now you're not supposed to share that with anyone. Don't forget, do not share that link, but that's your link to get into the class tomorrow night. So make sure you got that. If you did not get it and you did sign up for the class, check your spam folder. Also check your promotions folder if you have one of those. So check both of those places. Susan got her link. Hi, Frank and Sharon. Hello. Hi, Arlette. Let's see. Oh, Tammy says, please send the warm weather east. Hi, Cynthia in Washington. Good morning. Stephanie said it was beautiful in Oceanside, but rain is coming Thursday and Friday. You know why, Stephanie? You know why it's going to rain in Southern California on Thursday and Friday? Because it's the first of the month. And nothing is worse for Ken than when it rains on shipment days. So especially on card kit day, that's even worse because they have to get everything out of the warehouse. It has to be outside literally. So he has to cover things with tarps. The Die Hard and Stamp Club, it's a little better because it's smaller items, but it's still kind of crazy. So yes, it's kind of crazy. Yay, Bonnie. Happy birthday, Bonnie. Let's see. Hi, Alfie in Arizona. Hello. Terry says, hi from Michigan, working on an anniversary card for hubby using the Torty set that Ken showed you on Tuesday. Yay! I know, I love that Torty set. I love the one where he's on his back. He's like, ah! So that's cute. Blue Jean says, could the 9x4 toolbox come in Stamps of Life pink? I will have to check in on that. I will have to see about the toolboxes. I'm a big fan of those toolboxes, so I'll have to ask them. We do have on order all of the Stamps of Life names. And when I say that, I mean Faylene. Well, Katie, we do have Katie in stock right now. Pink Katies are now in stock, just a heads up. But so in pink, we're going to have Stephanie, Katie, Kirsten, and Faylene. And then we also have Karen. But we used to have a Karen that worked for us 100 years ago. But she doesn't work for us anymore. She left. But that's because, long story. But we moved our warehouse further away from her house. And it was too far away. I understand. Let's see. Amanda says she's working on Valentine's stuff. Yay! I know Valentine's is like one of the best ones. I love. Hi, Polly. Hello. Hugs to you. Hi, Gloria in Wisconsin. Diana said her twins turned 2 on the 15th. Little says all kinds of words. Little girl says no and grandma. Oh, how cute. How cute. Arlette says, my birthday present today is a visit from my coworker's new baby. It's her first visit to the office. Oh, how fun. It's always fun to bring in the little ones, isn't it? It's always fun. Happy birthday to you, Arlette. Let's see. Hi, Sherry on Facebook. Good morning. And let's see what, okay, hang on. Let me make sure I got all of those. Hi, Bella in Cincinnati. Hello. Hello. Didn't see your name first right off the bat. Marcy says, are you going to have a Ken bag? Probably not, just because, you know, Tiff's whole thing about the buddy bags is like they're your girlfriends. And so Ken isn't a girlfriend, so I don't think she would do that. But it would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? So let's see. Working on Valentine's cards for my grandkids, Cynthia said. Debbie, we were just talking about how it's going to rain on Thursday and Friday. And of course it's going to rain because Ken has club shipment day. And it's just such a hassle for him to, I don't know if like we've talked very much about that lately. The Stampin' Die Hard Club, especially because Die Hard is our biggest club, but they go out together. And Ken has to go to multiple post offices. So it's just not something where we just drive to the post office and give them to them, because we've had quite a few interesting altercations in that situation. We've had employees yell at him and say, that's too much to ship. We've had emails from postal employees telling us not to bring our stuff to their post office because it adds more work to them. We've had situations where one post office, back in the day when he would only take them to like one or two, we had one post office take all of our envelopes and put them off to the side in their warehouse for about 17 days and left them there and did not move any of them. And we had customers saying that we were stealing from them. We had customers saying, you know, it was just awful. And then the next day, that was like the 17th. And then on the 18th, they delivered them. The post office delivered them all back to us. No excuses, no explanations, nothing. So it was pretty crazy. Yeah, Sharon's like, what? Yeah, we've had some crazy stuff. So Ken has learned to distribute the envelopes among a lot of post offices. So he'll drop a certain amount at each post office, just so nobody complains that we're mailing too much, just so, you know, and most of the post office, don't get me wrong, you guys, most of the post office people are very, very nice, very, very friendly. It's just the bad apples that email us and talk to Ken and say things to him. So, you know, it's happened. I mean, we've been in business 14 years, things are going to happen. And so the best way for Ken to make sure those things don't happen is to do all of these things. And Tony says that shouldn't be allowed to turn away work. I know. It's crazy. I know. And keep in mind, again, it's just a few individuals. It is not the entire system, things like that. So I know. It's been crazy. So we've just learned over the years, 14 years, that this is how we do it. So it takes Ken hours, because he can only drop off a certain amount at each post office. So he literally drives around Orange County and distributes these, which is so funny. But the things you have to do, right? So whatever. Is there a regional distribution center near you? There is, Alfie, and we've kind of tried that too, and that didn't work out either. So yeah, I know it's crazy. It's just crazy. So as Sandra says, that's not ethical for them. Yeah, I know. We just kind of say, okay, and we just kind of go somewhere else. So it's just, what else can you do? I mean, I look so short on Facebook. So yeah, it's just crazy, but it is what it is. No big deal. But I'm just saying that's why it's funny, because it's going to rain on him, and life is not as easy when it rains on him. So Purple Dragonfly says, thank you so much for all you and Ken do. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. We're just thankful you're here. Sharon says I get it. You have to pick your battles. Exactly. It's just one of those things where he just knows that this is how he's going to do it every first of the month. It's not a big deal, but it's just funny for people to hear, because people don't believe us. They're like, no way that happened. We're like, oh yeah, it did. So it's funny. Oh, and Maze, you're so sweet. Ruth says, kudos to Ken and his big heart and patience. We appreciate all you guys do to keep us the super cool habit. Well, Ruth, we appreciate you. No, I mean, I think that goes definitely goes both ways for us, because we appreciate you guys all so much. Yeah, Carrie, I agree. She said, maybe that's why the post office is going broke. They keep turning away business. Sandra said, I worked in a post office and that isn't a rule. I know, Sandra, I know. And that's why it's just certain people, right? It's not the entire postal service. It's not, because there's some amazing people that work there. In fact, Kirsten's mailman is like this angel from earth. I mean, angel from heaven. I mean, he is the sweetest man. And, when we moved to the area, I thought he was going to be our mailman, and he wasn't. But he is just like the awesomest. He would leave a dog bone for Lemon every time he delivered mail to their house. Has the smile this big on his face every single day. He's just a happy guy. Just lovely, lovely. So yeah. Gina said postage went up again too. I know, isn't that a kick? I know. Of course, I guess it'll always go up. So, and just a heads up, you guys, I have not talked to Ken about this, but I was going over some numbers because, I have to do that sometimes. That's not the exciting part of my life. Sometimes it's just like I have to do the boring stuff. And I was going over some numbers, and it looks like we're going to have to raise the price of the Stamp Club. Now, if you're in the Stamp Club, you're fine. It's not going to change. Of course, my prices, once you're in a club, the price never changes for you. Never, never, never changes. I take that back. If the tax rate in your area goes up, then it'll go up a few cents or whatever. But if you're in a club, Stamps of Life prices do not change for you. Once you're in, you are grandfathered in. We still have people that I think are paying $10.95 for our Stamp Club every month because they're still in the Stamp Club. Yeah. So, it's a big deal. It looks like we're going to have to raise that, probably $1. So just a heads up on that. If you're not in any club, like if you're not in any club, you need to at least get into the Stamp Club before the price goes up. When is it going to go up? I don't know. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that we have to do for prices and everything. But right now, the card kit might have to go up. That's another one. Die Hard will stay and Fold It will stay. But card kit, because we announced, I don't know if you guys heard this on Thursday, we announced that guaranteed for the rest of the year, so this entire year, there will be an A1 card base in your card kit club. So that'll be an A1 Fold It or an A1 card base. It will be a card base in every single card kit for the whole year. And so that is extra cost for us, right? And so if you're already in the card kit, you're fine. Your price is not, your price will never go up because you're grandfathered in, right? But if you're considering joining the card kit, I recommend you do it this month before the price goes up, because within the next month, it'll go up. That and the Stamp Club, within the next month, they will go up. Now, here's something also I need to tell you. So let's say you are currently in the Die Hard. Die Hard. And then the Stamp Club price goes up and you're like, okay, I need to downgrade to the Stamp Club. Well, you will be paying the new Stamp Club price, right? Because you're not grandfathered in on the Stamp Club. You're only grandfathered into the Die Hard Club. So whatever club you're grandfathered into, that price will always stay the same. But if you switch to a different club, you're paying the daily rate, the current daily rate. I hope that makes sense. So that's just, Ponzi says, Stephanie, thank you. I will need to lock myself into the Stamp Die Hard Club for the year to avoid higher prices. Well, Ponzi, yeah, now you can sign up for the whole year. Yes, because then you get an even bigger discount if you sign up for a whole year. But as long as you're in the club, so all of you that are in the clubs, you're good. You're sitting back laughing at me right now because you're like, well, that doesn't pertain to me because I'm in the club and I don't have to worry about the price going up because it won't go up for me. So as long as you're in a club, it stays the same price as long as you're staying. Now, if you jump out of the club for a month and come back, which a lot of people do that, I don't know why. I think maybe they get nervous about finances and then they leave and then they realize they're missing too much, so they come back. Guess what? You have to pay the higher price. So I'm just giving you guys like a good 20-day notice type thing. that the prices are going to go up within in about a month. They're going to go up. So whatever club you're considering, if you're not in one, get in that one so you get the lower price. So Carmen says, if I pay for a whole year and then change to monthly, will my current base price change? Carmen, no. You're still grandfathered in. So if you pay for a year and then you're like, I'd rather go monthly, totally fine. You still pay the lower rate. Now you're not getting the yearly rate, which is an extra 5% off, but you're getting the lower rate for the month. You would pay the lower rate because you're still in that club. So will prices go up across the website too? As of right now, I think all prices are stable. I think all prices are currently stable. Some Totally Tiffany prices went up at the beginning of the year. Not my choice, of course, but costs go up. But what everything says on the website right now is pretty solid, So yeah, I would definitely So it's mostly the clubs I'm concerned about right now. So Stamp Club and Card Kit will be going up. So, and because the Card Kit mainly, it's like we're adding in all those that extra value of the A1 card base. And all of you that are in the Card Kit, you're paying your lower price. Yours does not go up. I don't want to cause any panic of the people that are in the Card Kit that have it budgeted and whatever. No, your price is staying the same. It's the new signups in the next month that's going to go up. But as long as you sign up before the price goes up, if you join before the price goes up, you get the lower price. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Joe, yeah, we can't have it so you skip a month, just because the way we keep it so reasonably priced is we do everything in bulk. So everything is packaged in bulk, everything is shipped in bulk, everything is labeled in bulk, everything's done in bulk for us to get the lower prices. And if we had to go in and pick 10 people out because they wanted to skip that month, it would take way too long for us to try to find those, and it would cost us too much money. So we can't do that. Jeannie says, for the otter class, do we need to have all of the listed refill inks available for tomorrow? You don't have to have the exact ones, but try to have something close to that. So like if it says, I'm making up something, if it says blueberry and you only have Pacific, that's fine. That's totally going to work. But make sure you have some of that ink. Now, we will have workarounds if you don't have it, because obviously you can't get it in time for tomorrow. So we will have some workarounds. Any hints for the first? Trying to think. My hint for you is it's very beautiful. That is my hint. Interesting hint. Sandra D says, Stephanie, your prices are amazing. Do what you need to do. It's your business and means of living. That's inflation. Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, the prices currently on the website are all good. They're not going up. Are you moving forward with the cuties that you showed us on the cloth bags? Arlette, we are kind of. I actually incorporated one into the freakishly cutest stamp set. And so how I do this, I probably shouldn't tell you guys this because other people listen, but I design the art. Then I have the dies made and I make sure it matches the art. Then I send the art to get the stamps made. So it's this big process, right? But the little cuties I like that name, cuties. They are in the queue. They're in the process. Yes. Leah says, hi, Stephanie. I was just watching your 30-second card in 5 minutes. Love those videos. Good job. I know. Aren't those fun? Those are really fun to do. And if you have not ever seen the first one, you have to go find it on YouTube. Sorry, I don't have a direct link to it, but it's really funny. But yeah, every once in a while, I'll just watch them just because they're funny, but not very often. But yeah, they're fun. And I really do not plan. Even on the crafting corners, I really don't plan that much. I'll say, okay, my thought is to use these items, but that doesn't always mean I'm going to use those items. I usually, as you guys watch on the Crafting Corners, I usually end up going, oh, I was going to do that, but I want to do this instead. And then I'll start, that's how the brain works here. I don't know. Let's see. Is there a reason some of my stamps turn a little yellow? Put them in the sun, Wanda, and they should turn a little bit more clear. Photopolymer, after a while, it's a natural process. Eventually, it will start to tint a little yellow. There's nothing wrong with them. They're totally 100% usable. It's just aesthetics. It's just what it looks like. The good news is you can still see through them. They're perfectly fine. If you put them in the sunlight for a little while, that sometimes reactivates it and makes it go a little bit more clear. It doesn't always work. Like if it's a really old stamp set, it won't. But you know how like when you have any type of, I'm trying to think of something right off the bat. Like here's an example. Like this is, oh, hang on. Is it going to reach? So like this is a charger we have, right? And just sits on our printer and it has like all these slots for all these chargers and everything. But eventually this plastic is going to start to turn a tinge of yellow, right? It's just the natural process of things, but it doesn't hurt the product at all. It still works fine and things like that. Rhonda, Rhonda says her big birthday is in 2 days, 60, mentally 29. I love that. Rhoda's birthday. Isn't that totally the truth though? It's like we're older, but we don't feel older, which is good. You're only as old as you feel. So Rhoda, you're turning 29, maybe you're turning 30, Rhoda, in 2 days, because that's what you are mentally. Let's see. Question, was there an oops sneak peek last week? There was a short video on how to make a card that was really cute. Yes, there was, Sherry. Good catch. Keep that to yourself, though, if you don't mind. Yeah, I wonder how many people actually saw that. I think Frank and Sharon saw it, too. But, yeah. Sharon says, do you or anyone else know here how much the yearly subscription is? I know it's a 5% discount. It'll tell you if you go in, Sharon. I don't know exactly how much it is off the bat, but you do save an extra 5%, which is nice. Hang on. Whoops, what was this? Ruth, best tip you ever gave was that you die cut card bases to have ready for quick cards. I do 10 every Monday in different sizes and styles. I feel so organized. Oh, Ruth, that's an awesome idea. So Ruth is talking about sometimes you'll go into your, and I say this once in a while, but sometimes people haven't heard it or they forget. So sometimes you want to craft, right? And you're like, I want to make a card. I don't know what a card I want to make. I'm going to go to the internet and look up ideas. And then 3 hours pass and you're still on the internet. And you haven't made a card yet. So instead of going to the internet for ideas, what I want you to do first is if you go, I want to make a card, but I don't know what to make. What I want you to do is I want you to start cutting out card bases. Just start cutting them out. So get an A2 card base, get a slimline card base, get a decollage card base. Just start cutting out a couple out of cardstock. Just cut out a couple and boom, your muscle, I don't know what it is. I think it's your muscle memory or something, will get your creative juices flowing. And the next thing you know, you're making cards. So Ruth said that the first thing she does every Monday is she makes 10 card bases so they're ready to go. And if you don't use all those card bases, I always have a stash of card bases ready to go. So I don't have to get out the die, roll it through the machine. It's already done. So I highly recommend you do that, especially when you have like a creative block. Just start die cutting those card bases and boom, you're going to start running. You're going to start running. Ponce says, I am praying for new card base dies for 2024. Oh, Ponce, we have so many planned. I mean, it's a little crazy. In fact, this is a hint. This is a, hang on. Let me just confirm this really quick. Hang on. Let me confirm what I'm about to say because I want to make sure I say this. I don't want to say next month when it's really this month. Hang on. Okay. Yes, I am correct. I don't want to give too much away, but I want to give some away. The bundle for the first for this month, which it will go live Wednesday night. It goes live, the bundle. It will include a card base that you're going to go, yes, I'm finally getting to show it to you. It drives me crazy, you guys, when I don't get to show you things that we designed 100 years ago, it feels like. Let me just tell you, you are going to love it. You're going to love it. I highly recommend you get in on that bundle if you're a club member. If you're not a club member, you can still order it, but just not at the extra bundle price. Let's see. Oh, hang on. What happened? Russ said, Russ turned 63 on Saturday. Happy belated, Russ. I think I said happy birthday on Thursday, but happy birthday again. Let's see. Polly said she had a question. Will there be more auditor class? As of right now, no, there won't be, because we won't be able to get enough in stock. Tuesday is the bundle release. No, it's Wednesday, because I'm sorry, hang on. Yeah, Wednesday. I had to double check myself. So it's Wednesday night is the bundle release, because it's the night before the 1st. So it'll be Wednesday night. Wednesday night. A lot of birthdays are coming up. Yay. Now, everybody, make sure that you have entered your birthday into our website, just in case. You never know. I might send you a birthday email. So make sure you do that. Russ, I understand. Amanda says, okay, thank you. I was worried I was going to miss it. I have been getting them every month. Yeah, Amanda, because you do save that extra 5%. So it's all about, we save a bit of money when you buy the bundle, which I know that doesn't really make sense, but what it means is, because when you buy something on the website, every item, how we get charged from our fulfillment center, from the warehouse, is every item they pull costs us, I don't know how much. I think it's a quarter. The first item's like $1.50, and then it's a quarter. I don't know what it is. I'm making something up, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea. So when they only pull one item, also known as the bundle, off the shelf, I save a little bit of money, because you bought the bundle. You bought one item instead of 5 or 6 items. And so I pass that savings on to you. And that's where the bundle discount comes in. So yeah, lots of birthdays coming up. I love that. Amanda said she was bummed when she missed the strawberries bundle. I know. Yeah, I highly recommend the night before you always go look. Serenity wants to know, are there new products to be released tomorrow night after class? No. And why? Because the next night we're having our big release for the month of February. And I didn't want anyone to be distracted tomorrow night after class trying to buy something when the big night is the next night. So nothing tomorrow night. So you're able to get the items on the night of the 1st. I mean, the eve of the 1st. First eve. I don't know. Hi, Yellow Roses. So glad you're joining our live. I'm glad you're here in Baton Rouge. Oh, Boynton Beach, Florida. I've never been there. I've never heard of that. Let's see. Oh, Carlotta's birthday was the 27th. Happy belated. Lots of birthdays in January. That's awesome. Jeannie says, so does Ken have to bundle the items too? No, Jeannie. Maria does that. Maria does the bundling. Sometimes Faylene jumps in if she doesn't have as many emails to answer. But yeah, it's a team effort. It's definitely a team effort. Everybody, our team is amazing. And our employees, I mean, I don't call them employees. I call them team, or, they're friends, really. But everyone jumps in and does whatever needs to be done. So like if we need bundles to be kitted and somebody else is doing something else, then somebody else will jump in and do it. Our job descriptions are not solid. Not solid. Solid's not the right word. They're not strict. They're, hey, if I need XYZ done, I know somebody will do it, right? Like I mean, if it needs to be done, I'll bundle, you know what I mean? I've put stickers on things. We all do whatever needs to be done. And it's just an amazing team. And I think that's why we are able to do it with such little amount of employees, because everyone's willing to do whatever needs to be done. And I'm so appreciative of that. I've never, ever heard that's not my job. No one has ever said that. I don't think anyone's ever thought it, even, just because everybody's eager to make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible. Not set in stone, Lori said. Thank you. Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's just kind of like, hey, these are your general responsibilities, but if this needs to be done or if that needs to be done, everybody just jumps in. Everyone multitasks. Yes, that's exactly true. That's exactly true. Yes, job descriptions are very flexible. Yes. So hi, Olivia. Hello. Let's see. Are you doing the big scrapbooking cards in September this year? Yes, Margaret, we will be doing that. And May says, is there a theme for the boy's birthday? As of right now, the second. I've not talked to Kirsten since Saturday, but no. I think we're all in denial that it's coming. I don't know what we're going to do. Hi, Trudy in Norway. Hello, my love. Okay, so here's a funny story. Kenny and I went to Mexican food on Thursday night after our crafting corner, right? And we were walking to our table and we sat down, and we're in booths, and the lady that was behind Ken had this amazing something she was eating. And I was like, that looks really good. But, and then I looked at the menu, and it's this new Mexican pizza they have. We went to Acapulco, and it's this Mexican pizza that's now on their menu. And I'm like, oh, that looks really good. And so I asked the waiter, I said, well, what's on it? Because the menu just said Mexican pizza. It didn't say anything new. It said Mexican pizza new. And I'm like, well, what is that? Like, what is on it? And he was trying to explain to us what was on it, but I think he was a little new, so he wasn't exactly sure. So I think he was kind of making stuff up. So I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And so we're thinking about what we're going to order. And I said, Kenny, I'm going to go ask that lady if she likes it. And he goes, don't you dare. I said, no, I think I'm just going to go ask her. And he goes, don't. And he goes, don't bother them. And I said, but I need to know if it's good, because what if it's not good? And I said, and he goes, no. And so I'm sitting there. Now, when have I ever listened to my husband? Once, I think, that I can think of. Because I wanted to have a third child, and he got to pick on that one. He said no. So that's the only time I think I've ever listened to him. So I said, I'm going. And I got up and I walked over to the table, because it was just right behind Ken. I said, excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you, but what you're eating looks really good. Can you tell me what it is and if it's good? And this lady was so nice. She was a little older than me, but she was so nice. She's like, well, this is the Mexican pizza. It has this on it. I asked for it with no jalapenos. And I'm like, oh, I would too. And she's just telling me about it. She goes, it's really good, but there's a lot of food here, so I'm taking it home. And I said, okay, because I was wondering if I should order it or not. She goes, yes, order it. It's very good. So I said, okay, great. And I said, I'm so sorry to bother you. My husband didn't want me to bother you. She said, oh, you tell him I'm thrilled that you came to talk to me. I'm from the East Coast. I love to talk to people. I would talk to people all day long. So thank you for coming to talk to me. And I'm like, oh, you're welcome. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we were just like chat. We were like best friends at the end of the day, right? And so I'm just like, thank you so much. And then she said, you tell your husband, I'm glad you came to talk to us. So then she didn't realize we were sitting behind her. So she turned around and she said, I'm glad you came to talk to us. And I said, oh, love, thank you so much. And she said, my name is Pam, but you can call me Love anytime you want. I've never heard that. And so seriously, she was my best friend by the end of the meal. But yes, so we got the Mexican pizza. Now, was it good? No. That was the bummer of it all. I didn't like it very much. I don't know why. It kind of had, I don't know. So if you go, don't get the Mexican pizza. Get the nachos. Get the skillet nachos on the happy hour menu. Delicious and cheap. Yes. So that's it. Barbara says, I would have asked too. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Ponce, probably. Yeah, it was a bummer that it wasn't good. I mean, I ate some of it, but we didn't bring any of it home. And Kenny and Stephanie love leftovers. Literally love leftovers. So it was a bummer. We didn't even bring it home. That'll kind of give you an idea. Like, we ate some. We ate it. I mean, I think it was only $10. I mean, but it was $10. So it wasn't like an expensive meal, and we shared it. So we shared the skillet nachos. I think those were like $4 because they were happy hour. And the Mexican pizza was happy hour too. So that was $10. So the meal was cheap, right? For 2 people. But I wouldn't order it again. And we didn't bring it home. Meg says, I have asked, I don't mind others asking me. Yeah, you know what? Seriously, I think it's the best way to find out. And if somebody asks me, I'd love to tell them. Russ says, we finally found a local Mexican restaurant we like, one of the few that hasn't dried out my carnitas. Yeah, you know what, Russ? That's an interesting point. Because when we used to travel, we used to travel like 25 weeks out of the year. We always go to Olive Garden and Texas Roadhouse, because Texas Roadhouse, we really don't have any here. And then, somebody's giving me balloons. I didn't know what that was. That was cool. So we always go to Olive Garden and Texas Roadhouse. Usually we go to Texas Roadhouse a second night because we don't have a Texas Roadhouse here and we all love it, right? In the beginning, we used to try new restaurants. And first of all, I'm from Southern California and I'm half Mexican. So I kind of know what Mexican food is. And so when you go around the United States, there are a lot of places that don't do Mexican food very well. In fact, when I was a little girl, we went to Montana. And funny story, when my mom's family met my dad, keep in mind, this was 50 plus years ago, right? When my mom's family met my dad for the first time, there were people that had never met a Mexican before. They're like, you're the first Mexican we've ever met. And my dad's like, what? Because they were from Montana. They're living in Montana. There's not very, apparently 50 years ago, there weren't very many Mexicans in our family. In Montana. But anyway, one time we were at a restaurant in Montana when I was a little girl, and I ordered a bean and cheese burrito because, I live on bean and cheese burritos, right? Those are the best things in the world. Del Taco, 49, they used to be 49 cents. They're not anymore, but I don't know how much they are anymore. I don't go there. But I always used to get bean and cheese burritos. So I ordered, they had it on the menu. I'll take a bean and cheese burrito. They put beans in a tortilla and put a piece of American cheese on top. Now, there are so many things wrong with that situation. First of all, American cheese is called American for a reason because they don't have it in other countries. First problem. Second problem is there are a few things that make me want to vomit. Sorry. I hope you're not eating. And American cheese is one of them. The smell, seriously, it makes me gag right now just thinking about it. So that was the worst experience of my life. So Russ, when you say you have found a good Mexican food restaurant, that is awesome. Sorry. I know it was gross. I'm sorry. Everybody's like gross. I know it was so awful. It was so awful. Melissa says, I love Mexican food. I could drink the salsa at our local restaurant. Melissa, me too. I love the chips, but I just want to get the salsa in my mouth. It's kind of like that with Olive Garden and the Alfredo sauce. You can order the dipping sauce now, all you can eat. And let me just tell you, I have been known just to use a spoon and eat the Alfredo sauce. So just saying. Ruth says, when we went to Aruba, we were at a famous bar on the beach and the waiter bragged about their nachos, but they had all the great toppings, but their choice for the chips were nacho cheese Doritos. That's awesome. Russ says, I know a lot of people who call American cheese plastic cheese. Yes, that is so true. Bam, Macy says, we love Tex-Mex and they learn not to try Mexican food restaurants when we travel. Yes, so Tex-Mex is totally different. We used to have a restaurant here called Chevy's that was Tex-Mex. Loved it. So my grandma, there's a lot of question on exactly what part of Mexico she was from because she was a baby when she came over here. My grandma's passed. And so I think I got half Tex-Mex growing up and half Mexican growing up. Although I'll be honest, she had an empanada recipe that it wasn't a recipe. She just made it every time. It was just in her brain and she never gave it to anyone. It was not like any empanada that I've ever had ever. It was more of like a sweet pie crust, but it wasn't a pie crust. And it had allspice in it because it had that flavor. But then on the inside, it was like a pumpkin pie on the inside, but it wasn't. But it was. It was more. It was the closest I've ever found, and this is so hilarious. Is the sweet potato pie at Bojangles. That is like, and we don't have Bojangles in California. So I found that one time. I don't even know where I was traveling. And the closest thing I ever found was their sweet potato pie at Bojangles. It's like Bojangles, if you don't know, it's like a fast food restaurant. Like, it was just so funny. But yeah, so I don't know. Chevy's. Oh my gosh, Joe, I know. They've all closed. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. We have a good restaurant here, in her opinion, called Burnt Tortilla. That's a cute name. That's a cute name. Russ, everybody's asking you the name of the restaurant you found. In Gardena, Barbara says. Oh, that's a cute name. Oh, Russ says Michigan is home to the wet burrito, a big ground beef burrito smothered in enchilada sauce. Yeah, so ground beef really, there's not much ground beef really. When I was a kid, I never ate ground beef. Haven't had anything close to that since Stephanie said something else. I had a boss that made pumpkin empanadas that were haven't had anything close to that, and she retired. Stephanie, hunt her down and get her the recipe. Get it for us, and we'll try it. Yeah, my grandma, like, seriously. And you know what's funny is I was a little girl, and my cousins came over, and they were taking the empanada. We were upstairs at my house, and they were taking the empanada and throwing it at each other, little pieces of it in the upstairs of my house. And they were bigger than me, so I couldn't like tell them to stop. It was awful. Yeah, it's funny. I remember those weird things. It's not weird. It's weird how Bojangles does chicken. Yeah, makes no sense. In the South, somebody said. Los Hermanos. In Atlanta, Susan said. I was in Provo, Utah once, and I think it was called Tres Hermanos. That's three brothers. And I think that's what it was called, but it was actually good. Yeah, it's hard. So long story short, oh my gosh, it's so late. I got to go. Long story short, I don't go to restaurants that I don't know when I travel because I need to make sure I get a good meal, especially when we were working. And I needed to always make sure I was getting a good meal. So that's funny. Okay, you guys, I need to go. I have received 2 cards. Sandra, thank you for saying thank you. This is probably yours. Oh, I'm so glad you said something. Okay, because they're just literally sitting right there and I always forget. Oh my gosh, is this yours, Sandy? Sandra D, is this yours? So look at this cute one. I got this one. It says Sandy, but I'm wondering if it's Sandra D. So look how gorgeous it is, right? It's our rounded A2 rectangle. And look, she did the magic box on the inside as a chimney. Isn't that totally cute? And there's little Santa in there sticking out of the chimney. Absolutely love that. Isn't that totally adorable? She used our brick stencil on that. Love that. Absolutely love that. Isn't that fun? It's Santa. Sandra D said it's hers. I'm so glad you mentioned it, Sandra D, because I was like, they're right there. Forgot. So thank you for that one. I love it. And then here's another one we got. Oh my gosh. Winter Wonderland. Love it. And this is by Terry. And Terry has told me how to pronounce her last name. Terry, if you're here, I'm just going to massacre it. So I'm not going to say, hang on. I'll show it without showing your address. So that is her last name. And I can't even pronounce it. It's like Cinderchuck or something like that. But she pronounced it one time for me. And so I would know how to do it, but I don't. But she's in Michigan. But look at the cute pond. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love that pond. That pond is so cute. So I love it. And she put a little penguin on the inside. I love it. So thank you, Terry. Thank you, Sandra D, for telling me to reminding me to look. Oh my goodness. There's a small note in my card or envelope. Did I already read it? Oh, I'm so glad you said something. Okay, thank you. I'm going to read it later, but I'm so glad you said something. I didn't see it. Oh, I'm so glad you said something. Okay, you guys, I need to get out of here. Meg says, thank you for showing the cards. I love seeing what everyone makes. I know, it's so fun. And you guys, always please make sure you upload to our gallery too, so we can, it's literally, once it's in our gallery, it's there forever. And so if somebody ever says, Sandy made that really cool chimney card, but I don't know how she did it, they can go to the product and look at it. So make sure you upload that. Brenda says, I'm going to Puerto Vallarta at the end of February. Hope to find good food. Oh, you will. You will. When we went to Cancun, it was good food, different because it's like the other part of Mexico, different, but very good, very good. So I need to get out of here, you guys. I need to get out of here. Oh, see, here Terry is here. Cedar like the tree and Chuck. Cedar Chuck. Thank you, my love. Mwah. Thank you. Cedar Chuck. Yes. And I just will never remember that, but thank you. So you guys, I need to get out of here. Tomorrow night is our class. You should have gotten the link. Check your spam or your promotions folder if you signed up for the class and did not get the email. Also, Wednesday night is the big release night for the month of February, and there's a card base in there that's going to literally knock your socks off. So make sure you get in on that bundle. And bundle is only for club members, though. Also, heads up, 7up, Stamp Club and Card Kit Club are going up in the next 30 days. So with it about probably roughly 30 days. So if you if you're not in those clubs, I highly recommend you sign up now so you get the lower price. Once you're signed in at the lower price, once you join at the lower price, your price doesn't change when I raise it. But if you quit the club and join again, you're paying the higher price. So make sure you get in at the lower price. You're grandfathered in. It stays that price. You're locked in at that price, even when it goes up, as long as you stay a club member. So kind of cool, right? Okay, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love this. It's a great way to start the week for me. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I will see some of you tomorrow night. The rest of you, don't forget about Wednesday night also. And then I'll see you Thursday for Stephanie's Crafting Corner. Okay. Take care. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. And I will see you tomorrow night or Thursday night. Okay? Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye. And then Stephanie spends 15 minutes trying to find all the buttons.